You know, the majority of our work week is spent at work, and with the stress of tight deadlines, meetings, and figuring out how to collaborate as a team, it can be hard to remember the proper way to approach things in an office environment. Lucky for us, executive coach and CEO of Lead My Heart, Dr. Wanita Mercer, she's here to help us out. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so collaborative boundary setting.
Right.
It's a lot to talk about there, but why is it so important in the workplace?
It's so important because it makes sure that individual needs align with the organizational goals and team responsibilities, and this idea of setting boundaries. So imagine we're drawing the line together.
Okay, yeah. It's better to draw that line, I guess, together because there are consequences to unilateral boundary setting. I guess, what is that? That's like, I want to set all the rules, I guess.
Absolutely. Let's say, for example, because it's summer, it's the idea of saying, you know, I'm going to take off for 2 weeks and see you when I get back, versus saying, you know what? I would like to take a vacation this summer. Let's talk about the best time and a plan for assigning responsibilities to ensure that nothing is dropped while I'm gone.
Yeah, you know, we do that all the time. I mean, we really do. So here are the consequences of unilateral boundary setting.
That's right.
Yeah, you can see them here. I mean, it leads to isolation, undermining team goals.
Yes, there's so many, right? And I'm sure there are more, but one of the things I want to bring attention to is the missed learning opportunities. And what that looks like is the missed opportunity of getting to know your team member better.
Right.
What matters to them, what's important to them, and then also a leader having the opportunity to say, this is why we have the boundaries or the policies and things that we have in place. And having the chance to talk about it.
You know, does the size of the organization, does it matter?
It doesn't.
No, whether it's big or small.
In fact, the smaller it is, probably the more detrimental unilateral boundary setting is.
Right.
But it doesn't matter. This needs to happen in every organization.
Oh yeah, we got to work together. You know, I know Roma and I, for instance, I mean, this week we did a little bit of that collaborative boundary setting. Right. You know, you have to. All right, so the benefits are great.
There are so many, from making sure that work is balanced, making sure that your personal needs are aligning with your professional needs, also empathy, mutual respect, this idea of constructive compromise. So often compromise is like a bad word. I don't want to compromise, but we do.
Well, sure.
We do in every relationship, personal relationships, and you know, even with work related, you did sign a contract.
Sure.
Right? There are things that we're going to have to compromise, but it needs to be constructive. And making sure that it builds you up and helps you thrive in the workplace, because unilateral boundary setting will eventually hurt you.
Yes.
It will.
You know, I hate to get off script a little bit.
No,
here,
let's go.
But what if you are in a workplace environment and there's just one or two people that just don't want to work with you? What can you do?
Well, I think that's an opportunity to bring people to the table and say, this is how the lack of communication is affecting all of us. And we understand that we all have personal needs, and sometimes bringing attention to that and saying that, you know, just as much as you care about your family and things that are going on, we do too. And we just all want to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to have a balanced approach to life and work.
So it sounds like communication is key. Communication is key.
It's talking and not being afraid to talk. And so often in the workplace, we just don't talk enough.
Right, yeah. You know, we could probably talk for half an hour, but we don't have that. Hey, I understand that you're a keynote speaker at an event coming up.
Yes, so it's Black Business Month. And so tomorrow night, I'm the keynote speaker for an event called Black Business Resource Fair and Mixer. It's being thrown on by the Alamo City Black Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by the Spurs, as well as CPS, Energy to Business, or Business to Energy, I'm sorry. It's a great event. It's free. People love free.
I love free.
So come out to the Frost Bank Center tomorrow at 5 p.m. and you'll get to hear more from me.
Okay, very good. So if you want to find out more, I guess they go to the website.
Yes, go to leadmyheart.com. You can find all my social media, how to contact me, but also how to book me for executive coaching services.
All right. Well, thank you, Doc, for coming on the show.
Yes, thank you so much.
I'm sure there were some folks out there that learned a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Thanks a bunch.
Thank you.